Hi friends, Naji here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. 2025 seems to be a year for agents and everybody start thinking about agents. Some of them are creating some use cases or some of them creating frameworks or library for agents. Hugging Face came up with a beautiful library that is called Smolagents. In this video, we will be discussing on that particular library. Okay, a small library to build great agents. That is the definition that is given for Smolagents by Hugging Face. It actually provides simplicity. Believe me, it's true. I will show you how simple it is. And first class support for code agents. So which means we know that agent has to execute some actions, right? So here for each actions, the small agents are creating the code, the Python code, and they are executing that. That is how they achieve the actions. But the some other framework, what they are doing is that they are actually using text or JSON based instruction and they are trying to execute that. Okay, so that is the difference between the code agents and the tool based agents. Small agents also support the tool agents also. So that also we can see in our program session. Okay, and I can explain more detail in our next slide, and it provide Hugging Hub integration, Hugging Face integrations, and support any LLM. Okay, so this is the basic difference between LLM agent using text or JSON as an action or LLM agent using the code as an action. Here what happens? Here just see this prompt. I should calculate the font price in USD for each country, then find the most cost effective country. For that, see the how many actions are doing. It's fine. It need to go to Germany, then it need to look up for the price, then it need to calculate the tax, then it need to be converted, and finally it is calculating the result. Okay, so this is only for Germany. For Japan they have to do it again, the same steps. But see how the code agents work. Okay, so here they are creating a simple for loop and calculating that. That's it, right? So here we have multiple steps, but here we need only fewer actions. Okay. Then coming to the question, what is AI agents? So we have already discussed this multiple times, but still AI agents are programmed where LLM output control the workflow. So there are different levels of agency levels are available. So we just go through that. One is 0 level, in which we will have a LLM output and that does not affect our program workflow. We are giving something to the LLM, that is we are getting the response, that's it, right? Then the second level, that is a 1-star agency level, LLM output determines an if-else switch, kind of a router. So we can see the example pattern here. If LLM takes some decision and if it is correct, it will go to the path A, otherwise it will go to the path B. Then another is LLM output determines function execution, kind of a tool caller. So we will have a multiple tool that will be executed. LLM output controls iteration and program continuation. Say multi-step agent. So here what happens is that we will have a while loop and it will execute the next step. And this is a 3-star agency level. Another 3-star agency level is the multi-agent, in which one agentic workflow can start another agentic workflow. Next, another very important topic, when to use and when to avoid agents. Since the buzz is very high with respect to agents, everybody is trying to implement that. So we are also getting a lot of customer requests and they want to implement some kind of agents in their product. And when we discuss the use case, there is no benefit of implementing those things. So we have to convince our customers saying that, okay, we don't need the agents, and if we implement something like this, that will increase the complexity. So the question is when to use and when to avoid the agents. So whenever if we can define the exact workflow, then please don't use agents, because that will bring kind of a complexity to our application. So it will work maybe 80-95% of time, but there are chances that it may fail sometimes, right? Since the decisions are taken by the LLM model. So consider we have a trip plan application and say that we have two workflows. One is to search the trip and other one is we need to talk the sales. Here I can say that, okay, whenever I search for a trip, it will go to that, we will get the trip details, and if I click on a button, like I can send some request to the support team to get the information, right? So here I can define it very specifically, so I don't need to use agents here. Okay, see the next thing, like if a customer interacts, customer is something asking like this: I can come on Monday, but I forgot my passport, so risk being delayed to Wednesday, something like this, right? So in this case, we have to take multiple steps. Okay, we need to see like who is free on that, who is going to pick up that, and which vehicle that we are using. So in that case, we have to use multiple agents to get some conclusions, right? So in that case, yeah, definitely we have to use. So keep this in mind. So and try to see when we are implementing that, it has to be for the exact use case. And one other thing, building an agent. So basically, when we build an agent, minimum we need a tool and we need a model LLM. The tools are help us to agent to communicate with the outside world, and models are the engine, right? Engine that our agent will take some decisions. So these things we need to keep in mind. Now we can see how can we create a sample program with respect to small agent. So here I have my Visual Studio Code is open, and notebook is also open. You can see a requirement file. This is already done. Okay, so if you are not familiar with the requirement file, what we can do, I can do a execution like small agents. Pip install, you can directly do that. Since I have already done that, I'm not going to do that. Okay, so once that is done, okay, we can start importing few things. Okay, for that, first we can see how the code agent work, then we will discuss about how the tool agent work. Okay, for that, from what we can do, so let me start from here. From small agents we can import code agent, can be import, then we can import DuckDuckGo search tool can be import. This is used for the searching to the outside world. Then we can import HfAPI model. HfAPI model, this is the LLM model that we are going to use. It's a Hugging Face LLM model. Okay, so once that is done, okay, so we need to, since we are using the Hugging Face model, we have to have the Hugging Face key. For that I can import the OS. Now I can look for it. Okay, I can look for the API key. For that, just go and log into the huggingface.com. Okay, then go to the settings screen. Here we have a settings. Then go to access token. Okay, so here they are asking for the password. I think I am remembering that. Let me check. Okay, now I can create a token. Just click on the create new token. Here I can see small agents. Now ensure that you have selected inferences and repositories. Okay, I think that is fine for now. Okay, then click on create token. Once that is done, just copy it. Okay, next what we can do, we can set the environment variable. I can set the environment variable HF token. This can be HF token. Okay, so let me execute it. Fine. Now I can create an agent. Here we need to have a code agent. Okay, so as we discussed, a agent need two things, right? One, it need a tool. So the tools that we are going to use the DuckDuckGo search tool. Okay, only one tool that we are using. Then another is we are going to use HfAPI model. Now I can call agent.run. Here I can ask how many seconds would it take for a leopard at full speed to run through Pont, right? It's a bridge in Paris. So this is what we are going to ask. We'll see what is going to happen. Let me click on enter. So new run it says, and says executing the code. So these are the few logs that we can see. Okay, how fast leopard are top speed and compare, and how fast, because we are saying that the question is something like this, right? How many seconds it would take, okay, spelling is not correct, anyway, take for a leopard, not, sorry, not, spelling is correct, okay, leopard for a full speed to run through the Pont art. So here we can see that it's actually doing some kind of executions here, and finally output it says at 9.298 seconds. Okay, so here as I said, this is very simple. In a couple of code we will able to execute the agent. Now we'll see how can we implement. So this is the code agent, right? Actions are taken through the code execution. So here we can see the code, right? Now we can see how can we do this using the tool agent. For that is also very simple. For that we can for Smolagents I can import tool agent, tool calling agent. Okay, now I can create a object of tool calling agents. Can say that tool agent. Here I can define tool calling agent. Here also I can display the code DuckDuckGo search, and I can have a model as HfApiModel. Okay, this also has to be function tool calling agent. Okay, so let me execute this. Okay, now we have the tool calling agent is ready. Now let me copy this agent.run. I can say to agent.run, let's execute this. Here we can see some errors are coming, but still what happening is that it's searching the tool, still is executing. Let me ensure that I have used the correct one. Yes. So it search for the Wikipedia. We can see the Pont 10 facts. So this here we can see, and see this is the final answer. Okay, using this information from the search result, the length of the Pont's art is approximately 155 meter, and the leopards can run the maximum of 40 miles per hour. And first we need to convert the its maximum speed, so and so, right? And finally I'm checking the answer. Actually it says 8.67 seconds. Okay, anyway, the goal is to discuss about the code agents and the tool agents. I think this is working really great, and it's very simple to implement. Okay, so that is a plan for this video. So we'll be doing more videos with respect to a small agent, and please do like and subscribe. Have a nice day. Bye bye.